I'm a big fan of Apple Incorporated. Their products look good and work well. Now, what's most impressive, however, is that Apple has figured out a way to ensure their customers always have the latest and greatest version of their software. Now, what if training professionals could apply these techniques to ensure their customers always had access to the most important learning solutions? Apple ensures that customers always have the most recent version of their software by delivering frequent iterative updates to their products. If you have an iPhone, a Mac, or an Apple Watch, it can feel as though you're getting a new software update almost every week. Now contrast that with the method used by most learning teams to design and deliver their learning programs. Almost all training organizations use ISD or ADDIE as an approach to develop learning solutions. The process begins when the learning team receives a training request from one of their internal stakeholders. The learning professionals then undertake a needs analysis. The results of this needs analysis require approval before work can continue. Now, once gained, the design phase begins. The output of this phase is a design document that also requires approval. After the stakeholders approve the design document, the training team can begin the process of developing the learning content. Now, this learning content also requires approval, and thus the review and approval process repeats itself. This back and forth review and approval process can take months and frequently requires a lot of rework. Now, that's bad news for the learning organization. Research suggests that rework is a major source of pain for training professionals. It elongates the time required to get learning content to the audience that needs it, and it decreases the quality of the training while increasing its cost. The good news for training professionals is that they can also apply many of the techniques used by Apple to develop its products to develop their learning solutions. The better news is that this isn't a theory. It's been done, and the results have been documented. One training organization used these methods to reduce the time required to develop and deliver training solutions from close to a year down to a couple of weeks. These techniques also resulted in the training unit creating solutions that received world-class satisfaction scores. Now, perhaps the most impressive thing is that this group was able to avoid layoffs during a company downsizing because their training and development process was so cost-effective. Now, detailing everything this team did to achieve those results is too much information to put in a short video. But if you want to know how training professionals can apply some of the same techniques that Apple uses to deliver superior software to build your learning solutions, just put your name and email address in the form below, and I'll send you a copy of a case study that details how this team got agile and used the techniques used by Apple to develop fast, good, and cheap learning solutions. This is Dr. Khalid Islam saying, be agile.